the drafters of the Constitution, than the lordships, the honorable lordships of the Supreme Court.
And, well, I don't know, it's quite typical. Every Nigerian politician thinks he knows it all and believes everyone should think and reason like him, accept this term. They expect you to accept what they think without you thinking and asking questions. And, this all politicians, not just the verdicts. We still have, if they had some cogent reasons for picking those holes, well, maybe. But then,
no matter how cogent
from what I'm seeing here,
points could be.
Well, I don't think those points are very
You have
strong.
no other option now than to congratulate the winner.
And
let's move on.
And I would say, I thought the PDP candidate, Elijah Tukobaka, said he would stop, like he was going to sheath his sword. That sounded like he was going to accept.
He had no other option than to stop fighting. But one thing that we've not really seen is that he has not stopped talking or criticizing or picking holes in virtually everything.
Well, he was talking to aides and governors in Aso Villa. Your jobs are secure. President tell aides, governors in Aso Villa. Well, what would have threatened their jobs, especially the governors?
Well, when their principal is gone, they automatically exist for all of them. I mean, those who were appointed.
So he's assuring them that, look, I'm still here. I'm still here.
So if my own job is secured, then yours is equally secured.
All right.
Well, we shall give experts an excerpt of the Supreme Court judgment. Let's just move on.
Javier, reps probe non-payment of 8 months' salary to ASU. So, where were they when, like I always ask, when the universities were shut down for those 8 months? Where were they when this was unfolding? So, the House of Representatives on Thursday unveiled plans to investigate federal government activities over non-payment of 8 months' outstanding salary of university lecturers, following the implementation of the no work, no pay policy after calling off the nationwide strike embarked upon by the Academic Staff Union of Universities. The resolution was passed following the adoption of a motion on the need to address the hardships experienced by ASU, jointly sponsored by Honorable Paul Sunday Namachi and 3 others. And in his lead debate, Honorable Namachi averred that university lecturers play a crucial role in the education system, providing knowledge, guidance, and mentorship to future leaders, ensuring a stable and motivated academic workforce for educational institution development. I thought they didn't realize all this.
They did, perhaps they decided to look the other way. Then, maybe due to public outcry, the barrages of bombardments of criticism and sometimes even curses being rained on the lawmakers now as a result of their lavish spending.
You think that moves them?
Well, they could want to at least give us some diversion.
Well, Mr. President said 4 months. Recently said 4 months. Those salaries should be released, and he warned that is granting a waiver on the no work, no pay policy for the last time. Anyone that goes on strike.
Anyway, it's not too late for the lawmakers to probe or look into that issue.
But what are they looking into, Shu? I don't understand.
Maybe out of 8, 4 is gone.
Oh.
So they may look into the remaining 4 months arrears.
Well, the federal government could well argue that what it did was according to the law. There is a no work, no pay policy actually, and that allows them to do what they did. So
one thing is that,
like I said, what are they probing?
Is belated, and perhaps have lost its relevance. But they just have to do something. Maybe when they come up with the findings of their probe, they would ascertain who was at fault at that point in time. They could make a legislation that would stop future imbroglio of such magnitude. So there is their constitutional right to sit and probe and do oversight, and I don't think they are started bad to initiate it, even if it's at the twilight of their administration or tenure. in office as lawmakers. They could do that 3 days to their exit. They are not started bad. But let's just wait for the outcome. There are other pressing issues to be looked into.
I know, it's also interesting how people, when they leave public office, so quickly begin to talk about the ideal, and you wonder, again, if they knew all this while they were in office.
They knew, perhaps when they got to office, before they got to office, they knew.
Well,
in fact, okay, let's hear you.
This headline says Nigeria still in search of national leaders, and that's coming from the former Minister of Transportation, Mr. Rotimi Amici. I take on this paragraph.
So who was he?
He was former Minister of Transportation.
Was he not a leader or a national leader?
I'm wondering if he's saying that. He said we've had more of rulers than national, including the one whom he served as a minister, under whom he served as a minister. Less than nationalistic leaders. He said, while loading Nigerian nationalists who fought for independence, Amici said genuine nationalist leadership works as why it did not work and how it should work. And did he make these recommendations during the last administration? I mean, regarding why it did not work and how it should work. He also says truly remarkable national leadership is the ability of a leader to galvanize the totality of a nation around the common national banner with a vision and a sense of mission. I'm puzzled, I keep asking this question. Is he saying that the governments under whom it served, which prided itself as been the best so far in the history of Nigeria, is he saying that that government did not have all these qualities and is now calling for a government that would have these qualities?
Maybe yes. Maybe he failed to exempt his principal and himself during that speech. Maybe. But the interpretation we give to it, because he never exempted, he didn't exempt himself or exonerate his principal. The interpretation we could give to that is that they are all birds of the same feathers. So him inclusive and his principal inclusive, until he speaks otherwise.
And he was always saying that they did well when they were.
I think they've come to the realization after leaving office, the result of their failures, the result of. And you know, some of them are side of the people say something that will at least, spoil their ego to thinking that you are their own again. So it's a matter of, you could tell them lies repeatedly, or sometimes appear as if you are one of them, you understand their plight. Maybe they could give you another opportunity. And you also sometimes from politicians.
And you also remember the confession from the former Ekiti State Governor, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, when he also said that during the Jonathan administration, when they were in the opposition, the resistance they put up to petrol subsidy removal, he said it was politics. And that confession came from him. And he seemed to be saying that petrol subsidy now seemed the way to go.
And sometimes they say all these things out of bitterness. So losers, some of them are. Where they don't have the chance to be, they criticize the person who is there. It's part of playing politics and opposition game.
Let's have this commercial. We'll be back.
Do you know that you and your family can now access primary healthcare services at your primary healthcare facility? Routine immunization services are available for children 0 to 2 years, vitamin A for children 6 months to 5 years, and COVID-19 vaccines for persons 18 years and older. Also available during mass vaccination campaigns are polio vaccines for children 0 to 5 years, meningitis, yellow fever, and tetanus vaccines for children and adults aged 44 years. You and your family can also access other primary healthcare services, including antenatal and family planning, as well as check your blood pressure and diabetes risk state.
For inquiries, visit www.nphcda.gov.ng.
Mákindé kórè dànù ẹ̀. Mo rí.
àní ṣe yí ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ìjọ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ lábẹ́ ìṣèjọba gómìnà Mákindé ti ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ètò ìrànwọ́ owó ẹlẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta mílíọ̀nù náírà lábẹ́ ètò kórímọ́tàlú SEFA. ètò ìrànwọ́ owó yìí wà fún àwọn oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àti olókoòwò kéékèèké ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. ọ̀fẹ́ sì ni fọ́ọ̀mù láti sanwó fẹ́nikẹ́ni. ìwọ náà dìde fúyà láti gba fọ́ọ̀mù rẹ lónìí láwọn ilé ìfowópamọ́ yíká gbogbo ẹkùn ìdìbò tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. fún ẹkùn Ìbàdàn Full Range Microfinance Bank Ìwó Road Ìbàdàn àti Òkè Bọ́nà Microfinance Bank Òkè Àdó Ìbàdàn. fún ẹkùn Ọ̀yọ́ Ìsàlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ Microfinance Bank Ọ̀yọ́. fún ẹkùn Ìbàràpá Excel Microfinance Bank Èrúwà. nẹ́kùn Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ Katikas Microfinance Bank Katika Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. nẹ́kùn Òkè Ògùn Zone 2 Katuba Microfinance Bank Ṣakí. nẹ́kùn Òkè Ògùn Zone 1 Ẹ̀bẹ̀dì Microfinance Bank Ìṣẹ́yìn. kí ló tún dúró dè? tètè lọ gba fọ́ọ̀mù tiẹ̀ náà lónìí. àmọ́ o rí dájú pé o tẹ̀lé ìlànà àti òfin tó rọ̀ mọ́ ìlànà ètò ìrànwọ́ owó SEFA ìtura ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
What are heroes made of?
A hero is made of courage.
A hero is made of the acts of bravery.
A hero is made of intelligence.
Heroes are everyday people willing to do extraordinary things that save lives and help their communities. And these heroes are made with love. It's Indomie Heroes Award 15th anniversary, where we celebrate these exceptional children. Tune in to Africa Magic Family, NTA, TVC, On TV, AIT, and WAP TV on the 29th of October as we celebrate these amazing heroes in the Indomie Heroes Award.
Guy, where una dey see all this airtime, credit and data buy for this cashless weather?
Omo, that's nothing now. Them no dey call me bobo digital for nothing. When that cash dey my hand or e no dey, na so I just dey buy airtime, credit and data straight from my bank account thanks to Glow e-Top Up.
The same Glow e-Top Up?
Yes now, easy top up directly from my bank account. No stress, no wahala.
So, you mean say person no need worry about not having cash?
At all. If you no get cash, you no get wahala. You are welcome to cashless recharge on the go, anytime, anywhere.
Buy data and airtime directly from your bank account with Glow e-Top Up. It is easy, quick, and available on your mobile apps, ATMs, websites, leading retailers, and Glow World shops. Or download Glow Cafe app to top up or dial *777#. Glow Unlimited.
Prince, sorry. Go outside and get some fresh air, please.
Mommy, I'm tired.
Sorry, my dear.
Sister, don't you think you should take him to the hospital? This cough has been going on for a while and he's losing weight. It could be tuberculosis.
Auntie Vera, apply break to this your mouth, please. How can you look at this 5-year-old boy and say he has tuberculosis, eh?
His uncle is on treatment for tuberculosis, so check him will make you day sure.
Check that cough for tuberculosis.
Children can be infected if they're exposed to a person with TB. Testing and treatment for tuberculosis is free. Call 3340 or dial *3340# for more information. This message was brought to you from the Federal Ministry of Health with support from the American people.
So back on the program is still conversation. Nigeria still in search of national leaders. Okay, we'll talk about that before we went on that break. Address welfare of police personnel. Reps tell federal government. And we have this one from Crime and Human Angle Stories now. A man who allegedly sets his mother ablaze in Niger knows fate December 13. Also have a man dealing up 252 narcotics offenders in Edo. Makinde hands over 30 pickup vans to police, NSCDC, Air Force, local hunters. Update on Ondo State show. Okay. Forgive me, Ayedatiwa begs Akeredolu.
Forgive you for what? Have you done anything wrong?
Well, let's see, show. Says after protracted differences, the Deputy Governor of Ondo State, Honorable Lucky Ayedatiwa, has apologized to Governor Rotimi Akeredolu over the political crisis and differences between him and the governor, which happened during and after Akeredolu's medical vacation in Germany. Ayedatiwa, who tendered the apology during a press conference in his office, attributed the difference, misunderstandings, misconceptions, assumptions, and insinuations to political contenders preparing for the upcoming 2024 gubernatorial election in the state. I thought he was one of the contenders. Well, Aiyedatiwa said the apology became necessary following embarrassment and discomfort that the governor has faced due to the barrage of negative news in the state as a result of events of the last few months, saying Akeredolu deserves the apology as the leader and head of the government in the state. Aiyedatiwa, however, distanced himself from groups and individuals holding protests or calling on the governor to resign, stressing that he has never commissioned any individual or group to engage in such campaigns against his principal. And the embattled deputy governor, who pledged his loyalty to Akeredolu and commitment to the development of the state, said there was the need to calm all nerves in order to restore peace and tranquility. And he also thanked the governor for what he called his role in prevailing on the lawmakers in the state to maybe back down on the impeachment plan, the proceedings against him. Well, I'm not very sure if the House is backing down on that. But then, looks like for me, it looks like somebody has put up the deputy governor to this. Maybe some advice from well-meaning people whom the deputy governor actually respects, are telling that this is the way to go to end the crisis and also save his seat. Remember, like Ondo, like Edu.
Yes, yeah. Philip Shuaibu equally apologized publicly to his principal and governor of the state. And same for Ondo State now. Lucky Aiyedatiwa. Perhaps he will be lucky this time around. But Tola, before you belabor yourself too much on the apologies for Lucky Aiyedatiwa.
Well, before you go, Show, I also think he needs to do more by way of convincing that he actually had no hand in whatever the governor is unhappy about.
Or what the governor is unhappy about. The possibility of that too.
And an aide of the governor here, maybe one of the governor's spokesmen, says Akeredolu not behind deputy governor's impeachment threat. That's coming from his name is Odebowale.
Odebowale. Yeah, I was coming to that. That's why I said you should not be labeled
advisor to the governor.
Don't be too carried away.
Special duties and strategy.
With the apology or the seeking for forgiveness from the governor. It's reported here. Akeredolu rebuffs Aiyedatiwa's apology, insists on assembly probe. The governor, who reacted to Aiyedatiwa's apology through his senior special assistant on special duties and strategy, Dr. Oyedebowale, also rejected some of the claims made by Aiyedatiwa in his apology and insisted that his deputy had a question to answer before the State House of Assembly.
Okay, so which of the issues raised by Mr. Aiyedatiwa did he react to? Mr. Aiyedatiwa was specific about the embarrassment, the serial embarrassment caused the governor. He said the apology became necessary following embarrassment and discomfort that the governor has suffered due to the barrage of negative news in the state as a result of the events of the last few months. You know, obviously, the governor seems to be referring to the allegations that the lawmakers are saying that they want to probe, like the matter of procuring a 300 billion SUV without due process, for instance, just one of the allegations. So, but now Mr. Aiyedatiwa is not referring to this; he's referring to the embarrassment and serial embarrassment caused his principal and the political chaos of the last few months. So I don't know. Is Mr. Adebowale also referring to that?
Him, these are misconceptions, fabrications. You said,
he said misconceptions.
Our beloved state has witnessed a series of events triggered by the health challenges faced by Mr. Governor, which gave rise to a lot of assumptions, falsehoods, insinuations, misunderstandings, misconceptions, and exploitation by political contenders preparing for the upcoming 2024 governorship election in the state. All sorts of lies and fabrication, which has created crisis for the purpose of election, he says. He said the recent attempted impeachment by the House of Assembly and the ensuing reaction have further created division and chaos with his principal, the governor.
So, Mr. that's why he's talking more about strained political relations between him and the governor, and maybe that has to do with the coming elections.
Yorùbá will say, "Tí ìwọ bá ṣe rere, ara kì yóò yá ọ." I think it's in the Holy Book. If you have no skeleton in your cupboard, you shouldn't be afraid of intimidation or rhetoric coming if your conscience is clear. If you have not committed any infringement or violation or disloyalty.
So from what you have said now, Seun, it looks like it's not to do with a matter of disloyalty. It looks like the governor is asking, if indeed there are skeletons, it looks like the governor is asking his deputy to explain those skeletons, to go and clarify if indeed there are skeletons in his cupboard. So it looks like they are saying two different things, Seun.
And Yorùbá will say, "Ẹni tí ò bá ní jẹ́ ká jẹun yó, a máa kàn tiẹ̀ mọ́ oúnjẹ ni." If I know my political fortune could be jeopardized by my not seeking for forgiveness or calling my detractors to be on my side, at least the olive branch, extend it to them. I could also apologize. There's nothing bad in that. So it depends on the angle at which we are looking at issues from.
So could it be that he's just realizing this, and he's just realizing that there are indeed skeletons, and they may have to answer for those skeletons?
And if you're a man of integrity and you don't care whose ox is God, so far you are always on the path of truth, and your position is crystal clear. You are standing solid like Oluma Rock. You don't really care the insinuation or the fabrication or lies being told about you. If you are so confident of yourself, you need not apologize unnecessarily. Sometimes you have to maintain your stand, maintain your integrity, show that you're a man of honor, and you are not someone who could be pushed here and there and controlled with a remote somewhere. So it's a matter of what you prefer to be.
Well, so initially in Edo State, Governor Obaseki also rebuffed the moves by Mr. Philip Shaibu to make peace. So maybe another way of looking at it, maybe if indeed there are some vested interests that persuaded Mr. Aiyedatiwa to sheath his sword, maybe those same powers too will be able to persuade Governor.
Rotimi Lebi, ó lè má pẹ́ lórí ìkúnlẹ̀.
Well, it is only one ejò now that Mr. Aiyedatiwa seems to be acknowledging guilt.
In the interest of the state.
The other ejò is also the state.
Maybe they should settle their differences and let bygone be bygone. In the interest of the state.
After our bottom line, nobody would have beamed the searchlight on the skeleton if all had been well between the governor
and if
the
it
deputy.
Is in the interest of the state that proper probe or the assembly should at least institute some action, so be it. In the interest of Ondo State.
Another commercial break and we'll be back.
Facility. Do you know that you and your family can now access primary healthcare services at your primary healthcare facility? Routine immunization services are available for children 0 to 2 years, vitamin A for children 6 months to 5 years, and COVID-19 vaccines for persons 18 years and older. Also available during mass vaccination campaigns are polio vaccines for children 0 to 5 years, meningitis, yellow fever, and tetanus vaccines for children and adults aged 44 years. You and your family can also access other primary healthcare services, including antenatal and family planning, as well as check your blood pressure and diabetes risk state.
For inquiries, visit www.nphcda.gov.ng.
We're back and still very much on conversation. Actually, we talked about this yesterday. It says reps reject motion on free JAMB WAEC NECO examinations. The House of Representatives has rejected a motion urging the federal government to declare the 2023 and 2024 WAEC NECO and JAMB examinations free of charge for all students, so people can directly benefit from the fuel subsidy removal palliatives. The House also rejected an amendment to the motion asking lawmakers to adopt at least one school each in their constituency and pay the examination fees of the students. While debating the motion by Honorable Dekeri and Nameru, the House called for caution in adopting the motion as it could snare lawmakers. They called it a snare. However, the House leader, Honorable Julius Iovari, who supported the motion, pointed out that the lawmakers should lead by example by adopting at least one school in their constituency and pay either the WAEC or NECO fees of the pupils. Iovare's position was supported by Minority Leader Kingsley Chinda, who argued that some lawmakers are already doing that. However, Honorable Alazan Adodogua warned against adopting the motion, saying it could put the lawmakers in trouble.
The same Dogua? Okay.
Well, I think it's from that part of the country where people don't really go to school. In his own contribution, Honorable Awaji Inombek Abiante warned against adopting the motion because the House cannot give what it does not have. They're not asking the House to give, they're asking individual lawmakers to give. It's not going to come from the coffers of the House. Added that it would be discriminatory to ask members to choose one school from their constituency and take care of the examination fees. He then asked the House to either step down the motion or throw it out completely, as the Parliament lacks the power to ensure compliance with its prayer. Well, I agree. It will prevail in this particular matter. If
core values and virtues of good leadership should ideally prevail. Well, God bless the mover of that motion or the sponsor of the bill.
They shut it down.
Although it was shut down. But we should commend the person who proposed it in the first place and those who supported it. Minds who are so concerned and whose priority is to elevate the sufferings of the are so sensitive to the plights of the commoners in the society. If their intention and is enjoy the dividends of democracy, if that is their priority and major concern, they shouldn't have debated this bill. It ought to have been passed, outrightly passed, without objection, without opposition. But it's surprising, and it shows the crop of leadership we have. It shows the kind of representation that we have. It also further shows the disconnect.
You know, Sean, even if it comes by way of a bill, they shouldn't see it as something. They shouldn't see it as a bill in the real sense. They should see it as a social. That's the way they should have seen. Like I said, of course it will be difficult. They are the ones that made the laws, and since it affects them, it will be difficult to enforce it. But then they should see it as a social service and a social responsibility. Like I said,
if you have not shown that example, you want to compel as to the number of schools you should adopt. It could be maximum of one. It could be minimum of one. Whatever your financial strength could afford. We are not even saying that you should cater for all the indigent students or guaranteeing a very solid future for them rather than give them ammunitions and make them ready tools when it comes to election and campaigns, rather than further impoverish them and keep them below the ladder in that abyss of poverty and insecurity, and use them to your own advantage. When it's convenient to do so, why not enlighten them? Why not broaden their own horizon too? Why not give them qualitative education? That is a legacy that the southwest region of Nigeria keeps enjoying till today, because the forefathers, the likes of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, S.L. Akintola and others, made it possible. And that's the edge the region is having above others till this present moment. Why not institutionalize that in terms of giving, extend that hand of fellowship and, charity. Let it begin from your own locality, from your own home, from the people whom you are representing. If that's the only thing you could give to them within 4 years of your stay in office as a lawmaker.
Sean, they said it's a snare. A snare means trap.
The man died in them. I say that without apology.
Snare. Interesting.
They are huge disappointment to those who voted them in. Snare in what way?
Bakute.
Sure. Antithetical to the development of the entire Nigeria because it's selective. You gave yourself SUV. Nigerians are wallowing in poverty. Many who needed the operational vehicles, they couldn't get it because you tell them they have to make sacrifices, or there is no money for the government to procure such. But when it comes to you, me, myself, and I, all must go to you. You must always have your say and have your way. And most times it's based on selfish motives. Why? Nigeria is not meant for the selected few. We are not second-class citizens in this country. You could call us ordinary citizens, but we are not your slaves. Sure. We shouldn't be treated as such. At least give us, even if it's stipend or crumbs, from the largesse that you've been benefiting from our commonwealth.
Give us more headlines, sure.
With exemption to those who are true representatives of the people. Exception to them. They are good ones. Now, from my end, different headlines. Reactions trailing the judgment of the Supreme Court. Judgment to some, justice delivered to some, and the back and forth continues. And you have different headlines. You know, Tola. Atiku Obi Lule, Tinubu Emilokan, triumph or remains victorious. Supreme Court declares. And you know, there are ways people coin
Lule
headlines. It's so funny. And you have, don't let us belabor ourselves with the different headlines. Tinubu triumphs after 171 days battle. Nigeria's present wish list. Nigerians' present wish list to president after Supreme Court victory. Okay, Nigerians present wish list. All right.
Oh.
Nigerians present wish list to president after Supreme Court victory.
Oh,
Judgment
really?
Shocking. Dash Nigerians' expectations, say the PDP and Labour Party.
Like I said,
well, they are lamenting the opposition, but some are quick to place, I don't know if this one is advertorial or a major headline on the front page of a newspaper this morning. Congratulations, Mr. President, on your Supreme Court victory. And guess who is greeting Mr. President or congratulating him? I don't know if it's paid advert. It's not really written as advertorial.
Obviously, it is. It is true.
Yeah, it is advertorial. I am not too sure.
Front page of a national newspaper. Oh,
maybe that is the major headline. That.
Oh, come on, Seun. He paid.
Our Chief Government Ekwemu Polo, alias Tom Polo, the Ibe Ibidowe of Ijon Nation, and chairman of a security company in Nigeria. He is in charge of securing our waterways and oil facilities in the Niger Delta region. Chief Government Ekwemu Polo, reassuring Mr. President that he will continue to do his best in protecting the nation's crude oil assets for optimum production for the good of all Nigerians.
Well, he should be pleased if Mr. President had lost. That's probably the end of his honey pot. Probably the end of his contract.
You know.
Well, unless, of course, maybe the court asks for a rerun and Mr. President wins again.
People's survival, some people's survival or continued share of the cake could be determined. Their fate is tied to one person. So I didn't mean Mr. President was told to leave. Everything stops now. That's why the president was quick to assure the appointees that their jobs are now secured.
And I suppose we had a scenario where Mr. President was asked to leave and be on the next flight out of the country.
All right, but despite the victory that heralded, or the jubilation that heralded the Supreme Court's judgment, you have the members of the opposition party and those who appealed to the Supreme Court, who filed those appeals, the PDP, the presidential candidate, the Labour Party, and its presidential candidate are lamenting and expressing their anger and disappointment. We shall give you some of what they said after this break.
Guy, if I tell you see all this plenty airtime and data, where they take flex? Now dash glow dash me, you go believe.
Dash get for this kind of economy. I beg you.
There now, as I buy my glow sim like this spirit, I first collect 1,000 naira welcome bonus, Sarah. As I come recharge, bam, glow knock me 10 times airtime bonus. I also enjoy double data. Join.
Wait, oh, you mean 1,000 naira welcome bonus?
Yes.
Plus 10 times airtime bonus?
Yes.
Plus double data again?
Yes.
For which universe now?
The glow break the universe now. You want try?
Oh, mo, no wonder boys they flex anyhow on top phone 247 non-stop. I talk
my people, not let grass grow under your Lego. Go get your glow sim today. Dial *777# to buy and enjoy 10 times airtime bonus plus up to double data. Offer day for both new and existing subscribers. Them.
Glow Unlimited. What are heroes made of?
A hero is made of courage.
A hero is made of the acts of bravery.
A hero is made of intelligence.
Heroes are everyday people willing to do extraordinary things that save lives and help their communities. And these heroes are made with love. It's Indomie Heroes Award 15th anniversary, where we celebrate these exceptional children. Tune in to Africa Magic Family, NTA, TVC, On TV, AIT, and WAP TV on the 29th of October as we celebrate these amazing heroes in the Indomie Heroes Award.
Mákindé kórè dànù. mo fẹ́.
àní ṣe yí ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ lábẹ́ ìṣèjọba gómìnà mákindé ti ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ètò ìrànwọ́ owó ẹlẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta mílíọ̀nù náírà lábẹ́ ètò kórímọ́tàlú sefa. ètò ìrànwọ́ owó yìí wà fún àwọn oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àti olókoòwò kéékèèké ní ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́. ọ̀fẹ́ sì ni fọ́ọ̀mù láti sanwó fẹ́nikẹ́ni. ìwọ náà dìde fúyà láti gba fọ́ọ̀mù rẹ lónìí láwọn ilé ìfowópamọ́ yíká gbogbo ẹkùn ìdìbò tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́. fún ẹkùn ìbàdàn full range microfinance bank ìwó road ìbàdàn àti òkèbọ́nà microfinance bank òkè àdó ìbàdàn. fún ẹkùn ọ̀yọ́ ìsàlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́ microfinance bank ọ̀yọ́. fún ẹkùn ìbàràpá excel microfinance bank èrúwà. nẹ́kùn ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ katikas microfinance bank katika ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. nẹ́kùn òkè ògùn zone 2 katuba microfinance bank saki. nẹ́kùn òkè ògùn zone 1 ẹ̀bẹ̀dì microfinance bank ìṣẹ́yìn. kí ló tún dúró dè? tètè lọ gba fọ́ọ̀mù tiẹ̀ náà lónìí. àmọ́ o dídájú pé o tẹ̀lé ìlànà àti òfin tó rọ̀ mọ́ ìlànà ètò ìrànwọ́ owó sefa ìtura ìpínlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́.
Hello, my name is Noseniola. I am the officer in charge of this health facility. Do you know that you and your family can now access primary healthcare services at your primary healthcare facility? Routine immunization services are available for children 0 to 2 years, vitamin A for children 6 months to 5 years, and COVID-19 vaccines for persons 18 years and older. Also available during mass vaccination campaigns are polio vaccines for children 0 to 5 years, meningitis, yellow fever, and tetanus vaccines for children and adults aged 44 years. You and your family can also access other primary healthcare services, including antenatal and family planning, as well as check your blood pressure and diabetes risk state.
For inquiries, visit www.n.
Rage, lamentation galore, discomfort, and expression of bitterness. The People's Democratic Party is appalled by the judgment of the Supreme Court in the petition filed by the PDP, and same for the Labour Party. But precisely for the PDP, and indeed majority of Nigerians, are alarmed, disappointed, and gravely concerned with the reasoning of the Supreme Court, which the PDP believes is against the express provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, the Electoral Act 2022, the guideline and regulations issued by INEC under which the election was conducted, according to the PDP explanation. The PDP has trashed the expectation of majority of Nigerians who looked up to it as a temple of impartiality to deliver substantial judgments or justice. Now, qualification and minimum 25% of votes in the FCT, as well as issues of violation of electoral rules and guidelines, brazen manipulations, and alteration of election results by the APC. End of quote. Now, well, maybe commentary, some would say, from sore losers, or expression of disappointment, not because, you just have to say some things, but they seem to categorize all Nigerians as disappointed. I am not disappointed. I am not disappointed. Disappointment could only come if the Supreme Court has said that to me, and I am entitled to my opinion, that the FCT, Federal Capital Territory, has a special status by the intention of the drafters of the Constitution, and that even if you win everywhere in Nigeria and you fail to win 25% in the FCT, you will fail to be the Nigerian president. You cannot be sworn in. And that, you can imagine the implication of that. That means your opposition, those who are your detractors, even if they don't campaign in all the other states or regions, they just go to the FCC, bribe, or the attention of the government will be majorly on the FCT alone, depriving other Nigerians and other states of what they should have. Well, finality to it. And I think the Supreme Court and their lordships in their wisdom have upheld the provisions of the law and the provisions of the Constitution in unanimous judgment, 7 of them, and same for the Election Petition Tribunal too. All the lordships. 805 500 9850 805 500 9850. That's the number to call to be part of conversation this morning. Express your opinion with us.
Like you said, I don't know the basis for the PDP and the Labour Party assuming that every Nigerian is on the same page with them regarding their reactions to the Supreme Court verdict.
The lordships at the trial court and even at the Supreme Court, they lampooned the petitioners.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Tola. Good morning, Mr. Seun.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Jide. I'm calling from Kolaba. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, the Oyomesis who took Governor, the All State government to court. Now, one thing about this thing is that it will come to a time there won't be traditional institution in Nigeria, because there wasn't a traditional institution before some hundreds of years ago, where some people came up with one, and later the British came and dabaru some, and some remain. But the world is evolving. There's going to be a time where we will not have traditional institution again. They should know that. They think this thing will continue forever. No, this thing was not with us from the beginning, so it won't continue forever. So for them to be doing, in promotion yesterday, they did the same thing. They took one. Even if they appoint another person, some people will still go to court. So the world is evolving. Later we now have all those people again there. So thank you.
Thank you.
805 500 9850.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Ojo Michael, calling from Polemic Kingdom.
Good to have you, sir.
Yeah, God bless you. On the Ondo State Deputy Governor, the rift between him and his principal. Borashion, you are a minor prophet or major prophet. I don't know where you belong. Because you said this, that why can't he follow suit like Comrade Philip Shaibu, the other side, and not on a wife, paying wives or paying wives? Sir, let me use this medium to tell you that don't know this Shibola Guerra, though he did a free education, free book, free this, free that, but did not pay for WAEC. I happen to be a product of Shibola free education. My parents pay my wife my wife is 45 naira then. So God bless you. But I think President Tinubu promised that he will pay a white fees. I think he said it. He said that when he was campaigning. God bless you. Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
805 9850.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Kele Balabi. I'm with him. I embrace the end of fellowship he said today. I want all the politicians to be gallant in victory and gallant in defeat. Instead of going to court, they should cooperate with this man to move the nation forward. I want to commend Governor Makinde for donating 30 patrol vehicle to the police. I want them to use this vehicle judiciously so that people of State can live peaceably and sleep with their two eyes closed. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you.
0805 500 9850.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Santi.
Good morning.
Yeah, congratulations to you all Nigerians on the victory of our president. Well, it's good. As Atiku has tried his best, wasted his time and money. I don't know the reason why our president has never been celebrated on a different angle. What do I mean? Almost lost even his family and himself. We all read the story. So why are they not celebrating him on that part? But at the end of the day, we thank God that he won. So somebody who fights for something and gets it at the end, that is the person who our president is. May God continue to bless him and bless all Nigerians. About the house, who said the house cannot give what they don't have. What are they talking about? In fact, I can 100% say that the lawmakers are our major problem in this country. What do you mean by the house cannot give what they don't have? Is it their own personal money? In fact, we need to change our organization in terms of the people who vote into House of Assemblies and governors in this country. God bless you.
All right, thank you.
0805 500 9850. Call the studio line, be part of conversation.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Tola. Good morning, Mr. Seun.
Good morning, Mr. John.
John from Ilorin.
Good to have you, sir.
It is true that Bola Ige did not pay for WAEC or JAM. But I think if we take a step further for the benefit of our children, there is nothing bad in it. God bless the senator that submitted that bill. And for those who rejected it, because I watched it, the way they sounded, yes, those who are not in support of the bill, the way they sounded it, I was laughing at them. That God, the ultimate Father who created heaven and earth, will deal with every one of them. Because I wonder why it was difficult for them to accept that bill. That wake up today and say, no, these people have done this to us. It shows that this legislative arm, this present legislative arm, is going to play like, and if care is not taken, they will be the worst. I'm not happy with this legislative arm. Let my Fabio. Good morning.
Thank you.
0805 500 9850.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Let's see if we can squeeze.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Alex Rode.
Good to have you, Mr. Nwere.
About my make comment. Last time I just said that when you do well. Can any good thing come from this assembly? They are after their own self and their pocket. Not for the matter.
We have to go, and an interesting time as usual, and we'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
In contest, there must be a winner and perhaps losers. When you win, be magnanimous in victory. Spirit of sportsmanship is required. And when you lose, face reality, go back to the drawing board, look inwards, where you have to blame yourself for lack of strategy. Well, you have to do so rather than blame the system or others. Be patriotic. Let's develop our nation collectively. Spirit of sportsmanship is required. I am Seun Oyelowo as we move to the sport decks, and our sportsman is waiting.
Morning, Seun. Good morning, Tola. Seun is so excited this morning. I really don't know why, but he's extra excited.
I'm excited because we are moving to the sports segment.
Oh, okay.
There are good sport news.
Yes. Absolutely.
That's the excitement.
Good sport news. You can Liberty Stadium, former Liberty Stadium, now Bafemi Stadium. And yesterday again, our boys, won their game. Talking about Oluyole Warriors basketball team defeated Ondo Raiders. Yes, to get a very good victory for them. Now, let's talk about league football this weekend. weekend. It's going to be a bumper package this weekend, Sean. Trust me. In the Premier League, we have the big one in the Premier League and also in the Spanish La Liga. In the Premier League on Sunday, Manchester United will take on, guess who? Manchester City.
Wow.
It's the Manchester derby on Sunday at 3:30 on Sunday. A lot is expected. Manchester City, they've not had a very fantastic start to the season. They've won, they've lost as well, and they will be looking to get past their neighbors, Manchester United. Manchester United with all their own troubles of their own, you know. But when it comes to derbies like this, forms are put aside. Pride is what they play for. And also in Spain, Shem, on Saturday, it is the El Clasico, FC Barcelona versus Real Madrid. So a lot to be excited for, Shem.
Yeah.
It's a bumper weekend, and we can't wait.
The excitement.
It's a beautiful Friday morning, right there in the city of Ibadan. Yes, time check, 7:33 a.m. and it's sport time. Right here on Oluyole 90.5 FM, the Trailblazer, the pride of the nation, and of course, you know, the best in the West. Bolo Ajay Gumala is here once again with all the news that you can use in a beautiful and ever exciting world of sports. Bringing the latest, the hottest, and the juiciest sport news this lovely morning. It's Thank God It's Friday edition of the show, and you know, it's a chance for you to win 08055000985 is the number to call in the second half of the show, answer a simple question, and you walk out with 2,000 naira. Well, for our winner last week Friday, please, I need you to send your account details to 0815-669-5449. I'm yet to receive your account details, and I'm sure you're ready for today's games. You have to stick around. The second half of the show will do justice to that. But before all of that, let's kickstart from the home front this morning, where Rangers international midfielder Callum's 1-0 draw against Kwara United last weekend. The Mercury midfielder was substituted during the first half of the encounter. Carlos featured in all 4 games of the Flying Antelopes this season. Rangers head coach Felix Lilichukwu will be hoping to deploy newly recruited young star that's this weekend. And talking about games, the League Board has rescheduled a match. Latest development was confirmed that Lobby Stars, Doma United Men Insurance, Rangers International, Remo Stars, Gombe United, and Bayelsa United. Their match day 6 and 7 fixtures for this weekend, which was shifted from Saturday to Sunday. And that's Rivers United as Lobby Stars will now be played on Sunday and not Saturday. For match day 6 fixtures involving Doma United and Bender Insurance has now been moved from Wednesday, the 1st of November, to Thursday, the 2nd of November, as well as the game between Lobby Stars and Rangers International. For match day 7 rescheduled fixtures, Bender Insurance versus Remo Stars clash, which was slated for Saturday, November 4, has now been moved to Sunday, the 9th of November. With all the game involving Bayelsa United and Lobby Stars moved from Sunday, November 5th to Monday, the 6th of November. Now let's take the month of October 2023. Bender Insurance will take on Aqua United, and Rangers will host Kano Pillars, while Plateau United will be the guest of Gombe United. And on Sunday, Abia Warriors will host Heartland of Owerri. Bayelsa United will take on Kwara United. The game between Eimba and Remo Stars has been postponed. Katsina United will take on Sunshine Stars. Rivers United will slug it out with Lobby Stars. Shooting Stars will host Doma United 4 p.m. on Sunday. Sporting Lagos in Lagos will take on Niger Tornadoes. Well, from the local league, from the NPFL, let's cross out of the inaugural edition of the African Football League, following their 3-0 defeat to Wydad Casablanca of Morocco in their second leg tie decided last night. The People's Elephants were bundled out of the competition 4-0 on aggregate after losing their first. Now their hosts are too strong on the night in Casablanca. Ayub El Amadou gave Wydad the lead just 4 minutes into the game after he was set up by Yahya Jabrin. The home team doubled the advantage in 38 minutes of the game through Jamal Hakas, while Yahaya Atia netted the third goal 2 minutes before halftime. Here's Heimba head coach, that's Finidi George, reacting to yesterday's loss and picking lessons learned from yesterday's game. Finidi George on Spotted Beat this lovely morning.
In the first half, and that was the 3 goals they scored in the first half. That we got to do better defending and track down players and make sure they don't have easy scoring chances.
What made the difference?
I think my team, my players. After that first goal, they couldn't score a goal, so it's a lesson for the players. But I thought if we had held on to 0-0, we would have had that opportunity, maybe for a goal from that moment.
Thank you very much.
Aimba coach Finidi Georgia speaking after yesterday's disappointing loss to Wydad Casablanca. The Moroccan club will now lock arms with Esperance of Tunisia in the semi-final of the African Football League. Esperance of Tunisia defeated TP Mazembe of DR Congo 3-1 on aggregate ranking for October, which was released yesterday. This is despite recording a win and a draw in their last friendly games during the international break. Their only games since the 1.62 points in the month under review to take their total point to 1,490.48. They, however, maintain their position at the 40th best team in the world. The Super Eagles, you remember, played 2-1 against Saudi Arabia and then defeated Mozambique 3-2 in this very month. Also, Super Heroes team witnessed a significant drop in the ranking back in April, falling to 40th, following their December ranking of 35th in the world. Well, the major reasons for this drop was suggested to be their non-presence in July, but slipped back to 48th in September. Well, on the continent of Africa, 3-time African champions, that's Nigeria, remains 6th. Meanwhile, Morocco remains Africa's number 1, still occupy the 20th position in the world, while they maintain their 2nd position in Africa. Tunisia, which was the only African country among the top 6 on the continent to move up globally last month, was the only country among the top 6 to drop points. They ranked 29 in the previous rankings, but in the updated release by FIFA yesterday, they now occupy the 32 position in the 2nd position in the world. 33, we've got Algeria, Argentina, still number 1 in the world, ahead of France, Brazil, England, and Belgium. Well, from the FIFA rankings this morning, let's come to Ibadan, talk about the Nigeria Men's Basketball League. Atlantic Conference in Ibadan Center. Yes, it's been on since Sunday. Yes, we've had games back to back, and it will end tomorrow, Saturday. And I'm going to confirm to you that 3 games went down yesterday with Ondo Raiders losing to Oluyole Warriors 59-63 points. Impressions lost to Hoops and Reed 42-65 points, while Kwara Falcons bounced back from their defeat 2 nights ago to Oluyole Warriors as they defeated Invaders 86-59 points. Of course, I was there for Bishop Sport, for Bishop Sport Desk yesterday to file the report. Let's listen to Toby Ajewale, filing the report for us. Day 5 of the Nigerian Premier Basketball League Atlantic Conference about the center yesterday.
The Oluyole Warriors on Thursday. Impressive run in the Ibadan center of the Atlantic Conference and the leaders. Oluyole Warriors' victory was their 3rd win of the state. Improved in the 2nd quarter, like Warriors in the 4th quarter to regain dominance, scoring 20 points to half Ondo's 15 to finish the game 63-59 in favor of Ogun.
As you can see, the game is not so easy for us to play the last game yesterday and come out to them to come and play the first game. Fatigue have setting into the guys and they cannot even move it. Thank God for everything. I just manage and use what I have to achieve all this, what you guys are seeing on the court, because we don't have big man. All of the team have big man. Next game as well, inshallah, we take it as well.
Oluyole Warriors' only loss came in a 48-52 game against Ebu Comet earlier in the week. The Warriors had on Wednesday evening defeated defending champions Kwara Falcons 67-58 points in an explosive encounter decided at Indoor Sports Hall of the Obafemi Awolowo Stadium right here in Ibadan. In the second game of the day, Impressions lost 42-65 brightly, taking the first quarter 19-14. The Impressions, Hoops man to Impressions in the last quarter. The win was Hoops and Reed's third win in 4 games, having suffered their only loss to Kwara Falcons on day 2. Coach Shema Kiwale of Hoops and Reeds expressed his delight after securing another win in a tough Ibadan center.
We're glad we're taking one win next. We're excited to have it wasn't comfortable win, but win is a win.
Was Impressions third in 4 games, having secured their only win on day 4 against Invaders. In the last game of the day, defending champions Kwara Falcons bounced back from Kitty. The Harmony Warriors dominated the game from start to finish to record an 86-59 victory over Invaders. Head coach of Kwara Falcons, Babali,
shows that the kind of character they have, they not allow the losses stop their games, because the loss of yesterday, well, it's a good sign. That means you have to work more. Shows the next game. I know the game of at least help us in the remaining games. That means we have to work more on the games.
The Falcons have now won 4 games in their 5 outings, with only on day 6, with Ebon Comet taking on Hoops and Reeds by 10 a.m., Oluyole Warriors versus Invaders by 12 noon, and Ondo Raiders facing Impressions in the last game of the day.
That's a quick look at how it all went down yesterday at the Obaf Expect later on today. All right, let's cross to world of boxing. Moving to Lagos, where Olushola Ayode, the manager and promoter of the Scorpion Oyekola, says today's fight in Lagos start the homecoming bout of a partnership to welcome home former WBF featherweight champion Ridwan Scorpion Oyekola, who relocated to Japan to continue his boxing. That henceforth Ridwan, who had the unanimous decision on the 30th of August, will now have all his fights in Nigeria, just as he stated that Ridwan is well prepared. He goes to, let's listen to Olushola Ayodele talking about the fight going down today in Lagos.
He's fit, and mentally is fit as well. So I don't expect nothing less out, although the person is fighting is an experienced boxer as well, that has prepared fully, that has a very good record. But notwithstanding, it's going to be half-fit victory. Although when it comes to Nigeria versus Ghana, in every sport, it has been a tug of war. But this time around, don't expect nothing less.
Ridwan is our boy, he's our son right here in Oyo State. I wish him all the best in today's homecoming fight. All right, still talking boxing. This one has no professional boxing record, and that fight will be going down tomorrow in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Well, a WBC heavyweight champion Fury's title again yesterday.
Tyson tear the shirts off. It's always a good sign.
Shredded. I'm like an Adonis in shape, ready to smash someone's face.
Sangano, the nicest guy in the world.
Well, he's not the nicest guy in the world on the night. I'm going to chin him.
I was asking some people.
Enemies for 30, whatever it is, 30.
You knew you were going to fight him then. That was a long time ago.
I asked him, did he have a big Corey on the night?
I remember.
And he was a little bit shy about it. And here we are today. He's going to need big cojones to fight me, never mind.
If you're fighting...
Yes, he says he feels like a 22-year-old. Well, for Francis Ogano, yesterday he said that boxing is indeed a different sport, entirely different from the MMA, because it's a whole lot more technical. He called it...
that people have been talking about. Now we're nearly there. What does it feel like?
Feels great. Feel fantastic. I'm very excited. And then the fight itself, the organization, everything been leveled up in the level of the fight.
Now, through the moves in your head, the stuff you've been learning, do you repeat all of the stuff you've been learning?
When I get back to where?
When you get home after you've been in the gym, and you're sitting down having a cup of tea. Is your head...
Basically, after sparring, every time when I go home in sparring, I have to leave the sparring, study the sparring in my mind, like what I did wrong, the mistake that I did, how can I do better, how can I approach it differently, and this been the same process during the whole fight, which is something that I have in boxing detail, but now it's definitely technical. Something else, I have to come into this one, even my body.
It's going down tomorrow in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, to be precise. Well, moving on the show this lovely morning, let me inform you that with retirement looming on the 31 are two good news. I wish him in the Europa League and the Conference League as well. Yes, interesting games with interesting results to talk about this morning. Yes, in the Europa League yesterday, West Ham lost to Olympiacos 2-1. Olympic Marseille 3-1 better than AEK Athens. Brighton defeated Ajax 2-0. Liverpool defeated Toulouse 5-1. And Bayer Leverkusen defeated Karabakh 5-1 with our own Victor Boniface scoring his 10th goal of the season. He scored in that match of the park in Group G, while Olympic Marseille top in Group B. Well, in the day, Fiorentina defeated Cork Creek 6-0. Aston Villa defeated Izadar. Let's play the game. 08055009850 is the number to get across this morning. Hello. 5509850. Got 10 questions as usual. Pick one, answer correctly, and you walk away with your cash reward. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Mubarak from Bodija.
Mubarak from Bodija. Good to have you on the show this morning. Are you ready to play the game? Number 2. And it's a very popular name. Come on, Mubarak. He has been a veteran journalist himself. As they call him, Elder Paubasi. He's the chairman of Aqua United. Another caller here. Daloye, good to have you on the show. Let's have your number.
Number 1.
Number 1 says, what's the name of the club?
No idea.
Oh, thank you very much, Adaloye Abiodun from Ogun State this morning. Tochuko Luehi, yes, she plays for Saudi money. Newcastle United and Italy midfielder Sandro Tonali has been banned for 10 months by the Italian football. Available to feature at Euro 2024 next summer should Italy qualify. Tonali joined Newcastle United from AC Milan in July for £55 million. One more call. I will leave this morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir. What's your name and location? Oh, we lost that. Sorry. Network not allowing us this morning. Of course, we have to go. Yes, we have to go. The show returns tomorrow morning with Victor Opone for the weekend edition of me next week Monday. Till then, do have a wonderful.
What are heroes made of?
A hero is made of courage.
A hero is made of the acts of bravery.
A hero is made of intelligence.
Heroes are everyday people willing to do extraordinary things that save lives and help their communities. And these heroes are made with Logic Family, NTA, TVC, On TV, AIT, and WAP TV on the 29th of October as we celebrate these amazing heroes in the Indomie Heroes Award.
Kule, why have you not come for your second dose of COVID-19 vaccine?
Mama Nurse, each time I go to the clinic, they always tell me that...
You can still complete it.
How?
Look, if you have taken a particular brand of vaccine as the first dose, you can still complete your vaccination with another brand.
Really?
Yes, just go to the nearest vaccination center. They will guide you on the one to take. They are all safe.
Wow, I'll go and complete my dose immediately.
Visit the nearest vaccination center. Complete your vaccination today.
This message is from BCOS.
Àmì òjijì rédíò tí ó láfi.